G'day everyone, welcome back. You guessed it, day 5 of seeding, and Chris went the whole night, which was absolutely fantastic. So I've got Scan up right now. Let's have a look at where he is. So ignore the plane, that's from harvest. I can't get rid of that. Anyway, Chris is just there. So as you can see, he's just here. I did the outside laps in this paddock, and then he's done all this. Now this stuff is just, as you can see, it's fiddly. There's rock piles, there's trees, there's small runs. He has had a great effort on that. He's done, what has he done? I don't know. I'll get, once I get in, I'll find out how many hectares he's actually done himself. But he did a fill. He started doing a fill at about 5 and finished by about 6. So it took him a little while just to do his first fill. But that's the first time that Chris has done a fill by himself. Actually, the second time he's driven this truck. So credit to Chris to doing that all by himself. Filling liquid. Yeah, we just make sure that the guys do it one at a time. But yeah, it is a bloody good result. I'll see how Chris. Get a debrief from him when he gets off, and I'll let you guys know. But in the meantime, I'll fire up old Butters here so it's ready to go and fill up and get it ready for the day. There goes Chris. So his night went fairly well. Nice and slow. Actually, I didn't find out how many hectares he did. I think it was only about 60 or 70. But he, like I said, he did the hardest part of the farm, essentially. We try and avoid that for night shift, but it's just the way it fell. And anyway, he had a good night. There was a few stubble blocks. When the moisture's really coming in, it gets a bit crappy for him. When I say a few, they're only minor. They're not very big. If you guys remember back to last year, Summers nearly wanted to quit because of how many stubble blocks he was getting. He was getting like 11 a run, and yeah, that was when we were on the angle. That Borgo was just didn't flow stubble. It's just so bad. Anyway, that's a story for another day to debrief on the way the bars went. But well, what we are going to do now, so in the day shift, we're going to continue, because they're small paddocks, we're going to continue on our straights, our tram lines. But come night time, we're going to make sure that wherever we are, we've done the 3 outside laps, because you need to do 3 to make sure that he can actually get around turn. So yeah, 3 outside laps, and then he will be able to go on his angle. So we'll switch from our controlled traffic to 30 degrees. And we did that for 2 reasons with the canola. One, it was so that we could get through the stubble, because obviously we're going into barley stubble. Stubble's an issue. But 2, because we have normally been going into very hard, dry conditions. When we go on the angle, you get the water harvest from the previous year's stubble. So you're going into a moisture-rich environment compared to right next to it isn't. So that's why we were doing that. And that's what we're going to continue to do now when we for night shift. So probably our next couple big paddocks are going to be done on the angle, just so that we can ensure that Chris has a smooth sailing night. I prefer to go on the angle than have us getting stubble blocks everywhere. We'll go down today and we'll see if we can burn a few of these ones. We've obviously got to wait for it to dry out because they're quite wet, but yeah, we'll go and see if we can burn some of them out. When they're so thick, normally they get sand and stuff in it, so we can't. But anyway, let's get to the shed. We're going to get this bad boy filled, and then we'll get on with our day. Now, I contemplated on whether or not I should film for the rest of the day. I'm guessing you've seen the thumbnail, and that's why you're here. So you want to see what's happened. We've had a driver error occur on the seeder. Now, the reason I'm filming it is to show you guys the the lows, what happens, a major breakdown like this, that is very costly, both to fix it, but also costly for time, and also costly emotional. God, let me tell you, it has been a hell of a morning. So yeah, I'm going to film it. I'm going to show you guys. Well, look, let's get down there. I'll show you the damage. I'll show you what happened, and yeah, I will explain what my plan is, how I'm going to fix it, how we're going to get this, how we're going to rectify this solution, and move forward. And maybe what I could do next year to, well, even not next year, go and get it something now to improve this situation so it doesn't happen again. Yeah. So bear with me if this video does get a bit jolted or around, or if my head's not in the right place. But yeah, let's get down there. We're nearly there. I'll show you what's up. You have to bear with me with the wind. It is a bit windy today. But yeah, let's actually, going from this side, you can't really tell what's happened. Let's walk around the other side. Now, this has occurred when we did shift change. Chris had pulled up on a run and then lifted up his tines and reversed up the appropriate distance in which you reverse up, and then done shift change. I could see, Chris could see, the screen could see, it was all there that he had reversed up. He's then reversed up and jackknifed this thing and then driven this about 500 meters, which has then caused a lot more damage. If he had realized straight away, it wouldn't have been so bad. But my first solution, how can I fix this from happening again, is a camera. I'm going to get a camera. It's going to go up there and an individual screen in there and be sorted. But let's show you the damage. Right, let's go through it. The wheel is obviously underneath there. The gooseneck has completely snapped off of the ball race there. The A-frame is completely toast. All that is ruined. The ball race, they need to rebuild everything on there. You can see that it's the bolted part there has just snapped the bolts and come off. Now, I want to preface this is not a Earnshaw fault. This like, there was no fault in the engineering there. This is a driver error. This has got nothing to do with Earnshaw. This is a driver error. Just want to preface that, because it didn't happen on a straight. It didn't just happen. This is because of the driver did the wrong thing. Right, so what were my point of calls this morning? First, called Dad, had a chat with him. Dad's on his way out, mostly for moral support. Next was to Kaysen from Earnshaw, and we had a video call, discuss what's going on. This whole assembly here, let's just call this the body, looks fine. Down the pin looks okay. The big issue is the A-frame. So that's our big issue. The next point of call, I called Jamie from Elders Insurance. Need to get them knowing that this has happened. This is going to be a very costly fix. So needed to obviously let him know what's going on. So now, what's my call of action? What's my point of action to do here? Henry is up there. He's coming down now in the truck. We're going to bring the truck alongside, and we need to empty the tanks. Chris only just filled, so this has got 12,000 litres of Flexian sitting in these two tanks. So you've got 12 tonne, you've got, let's say, maybe about 15 tonne of weight that is now sitting on these on the front here. So obviously we can't have that. We're going to empty that. Cal has gone to go and get the telehandler, and he's getting some getting some big trusses that we can try and sit this frame down onto. Once this is empty, we'll be able to lift this with the telehandler and just walk it out. Actually, my plan is just to lift it and then just drive the seeder forward and get the seeder out of the way. and then we can then put this down and then have that so that Earnshaw can assess it. Earnshaw, so Jacob, I believe, from Earnshaw is currently on his way down. He will be here in about 3 hours. Honestly, thanks to the guys at Earnshaw, the response has been just fantastic. They are coming down, and we're going to take the wheels off of the A-frame and we're going to put that onto his truck, and he's going to assess the damage that's done into the biggest issue is this pin. If this pin, he believes, is compromised, then this all needs to go to Earnshaw, and that's another issue altogether. We can sort that out. So we need to get this all off, and at the moment this is, I mean, that's not going to fall on me, but it's quite dangerous where we are. So Earnshaw he's going to assess it. If he thinks this needs going to Earnshaw, then we're going to need to get a truck to put it on a frame and get it there. And that's the point of action. That's what we're going to do. As you can see, Henry's just rocked up. So yeah, let's get this moving. Yeah, you keep going. I'll let you know. Yep, hold there. That'll be perfect. Ready? Yep. We're just lucky that the hot hose that Henry uses for the boom spray fits directly onto our fitting. It's the reason why we went for these fittings. Because if not, I'm not sure how I'd get it out. Maybe I'd just dump it on the ground, to be honest. It's all an insurance job, so. But yeah, thankfully we've got that. We're able to save all our Flexion, all 12,000 litres of it, and yeah, get this off safely and get it all done properly. So we're onto our back tank now. Now while that's going, I reckon I might just start disconnecting all of our stuff here, just so that we're ready for when Cal gets here. Cal shouldn't be too far off now. We are going to get a bit of liquid come out of that, but actually I might wait until it's empty and then I'll take that off. I can take everything else off. It's all hydraulics and things like that. Stage 1 complete. We've got the weight out, which is the main issue. You know, like I said, 15 tonne in there is just dangerous. We wouldn't be able to lift it with a telehandler, but now we can. So we've got that done. We're now just going to wait for Cal to get here, and we're going to then yeah, chain this up, get this sorted so we can lift it and move that out the way. And then I got to be very careful because I don't want to put anything on the ground and break anything down there. But yeah, that's stage 2. Can't forget about the flush tank. That's a ton of water sitting up the top there, and obviously we don't want that when we're trying to lift. So I'm just going to move my ute out the way. When Cal gets here, we're going to strap that on. We'll lift it over and try and, well, we'll lift that up and just see if we can then just move the seater forward. And if we can, then Henry will try and just bring these over and lay it down on some big trusses. You'll see the trusses when Cal gets here. So these are our big support trusses. So we're just going to drop these sort of as close as we can get. We'll just see how we go. side with your fork and just see if we can get it off that tyre. As forward as you possibly can here, I reckon. You're all good, you're all good. Keep going forward, keep going forward, keep going forward. Left. Hold there. I might see about that. I think it just be on move too far out. I think so, yeah. Lift. Now we're in a bit of a predicament here because you can't get out. Can you? What if you go down and we just? We want to get these slides out of the way, don't we? Yeah. Oh. Am I going back far enough at that side? I reckon maybe if you go back down and then we do the chain from this side, and then you can lift it and then you can go backwards a little bit and that'll clear you out the way. Yep. Yep. Hold there. Do you want to reverse a little bit? Let me know, Dad. Hold, hold. You can grab the hose. Try and go up. Careful. Okay, can you go forward a little bit? We're just going to go forward on this. Just you go back now. Hold there. We'll just get Dad to go forward a tiny bit. Hold there. A little bit more. Alright, you go. I think he should clear that now. Alright, send him forward. YouTube. We have had success. So our first point of call, we're going on that one side, on your guys' left-hand side. And the problem with that was he had his boom out too far, and when you go out with your boom, you obviously lose how much weight you can take. So then we went around the other side, as you saw, forks underneath it, lifted it up, we got it all good, chained it up, bing bang boom. We've now been able to move it over there, so now we can assess the damage a bit better. As we already know, this one is pretty much stuffed. All this is compromised. The pins over there are compromised. This, they'll make the call, but I reckon I'll probably be chopping that off, welding a whole lot of new stuff on. We're just chocking the wheels on this now, just so it's all safe, and Henry can then go off, and then we'll have a look at the pin. Just wait. Back. Okay, we're going to get that to the shed because that needs to go back to Lake Grace. So we need to get the wheels off, and the best way for us to do that and safely is to do it at the shed. We've got the forklift and we've got all our tools up there, so we're going to do that. Let's have a look at this pin. To my untrained eye, that looks okay. I'm hoping that that's not bent. It might be the angle I'm on, but that could be slightly bent, and if that is, that could be an issue. We'll obviously wait for when Earnshaw get here today and see what they think about it, but I'm hoping that this is all good. It's bent. So we'll just wait for Earnshaw and see what they reckon. I've sent a photo off to Kaysen. He'll get back to me and let me know, and then we can only go from there. We've done our part. I'll get back to you guys when we've got, maybe when we're up there taking that off, or when we've got Earnshaw here. When you thought my day couldn't get any worse, when I get down there, I'll show you guys. Henry just went down to go and move the truck and get it out of the paddock. We left it in the paddock just because we're like, we're going to need to fill it back up, so we'll just leave it there. And then we're up here having smoke home. It's like, we are due for a fair bit of rain, hopefully, fingers crossed, Sunday, Monday. So we won't be able to get the truck back out. Anyway, Dad was fueling up his car before he left and noticed a bearing on the ground, and I pulled in there to fill up with fuel on the motor, and then came around. So we've done a bearing, possibly a hub, maybe even an axle on the trailer of the truck, which now has got 15 tonne of Flexion over the top of it. So yeah, at least we're not seeding, I suppose, because we wouldn't be able to fill the seeder till we get this fixed. So Henry's just getting some parts on it, trying to get some parts. When he gets up here, we'll call Truck Pro, see if they've got anything, and see what we do. Make a plan, send someone to town and fix it all. So yeah, good fun. Alright, if you see the tractor going around in the background, that's the case. They're out here changing the accumulator on that thing because it's changing gears like a dog. But this is what we've got going on here. And the worst part is I've been smelling like brake and stuff for the past couple nights when I've been driving it. And I've been checking, I've been jumping underneath, feeling brake pads, and it was that! Far out! So the issue we've got is there's a lot of weight on this. The axle could actually be screwed now because you can see how long it's been running like this. yeah, not good. Anyway, we're going to try and jack this up as much as we can, get these wheels off, get this hub off, and see what we can do. She's a sloppy jalopy.
You right?
Yep.
Really jam it up.
Yep. Good?
Yep, got it. Well, we've got this off.
Yo.
We've got spare tyres, don't we?
Yeah. Oh God, look at that.
Well, the drum is heavy enough on its own. Right.
Yep. Okay, just setting some photos off. The axle's buggered. So you can see that it's eaten out the axle, which yeah, we won't be able to run on this. So I think that means we've got to replace the whole thing, which is replacing that whole, unbolting everything and just get a new one bolted back in. Now I guess that's not too bad of a job, it's just a couple bloody U-bolts and a lot of bolts, but it's more, well, we can get this weight off and go grab Wally now and just do that, that's no worries. But do they have an axle in store? Don't know. I'll get back to you. When it rains, it pours. What's going to be the third thing? Everything happens in threes, so.
Oh, hope
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, these two, they've got to equate to three.
Yeah, surely. It's such a major thing that it can just be just that and done. Well, I'll get back to you guys when I know what's going on. So we just had Jacob from Earnshaw here. So he has, as you saw, we cut the A-frame up because it wasn't going to fit on the back of the truck, and then it's got to get repaired anyway. It's all going to get redone. That was all bent up, everything like that. So that's, I guess that's all good. So he's going to take that back. Someone's going to work on it tomorrow. The big question is the ball race. So what the bin turns on, or the gooseneck that we took off, that's what turns it. That is very, very hard to move. So they're not good. They obviously need to take it apart and just assess it, see if it's dented, bent, broken, whatever's happening in there. And yeah, we'll hear back from them. If that is buggered, then it's extended our time of not seeding for quite some time. But if it isn't, then we will be either back in action maybe Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Just it's going to depend on a few things that are up in the air that we can't control. So also with the hub, with the axle, Truck Pro have got one in town. We will, Cal is already on his way into town. He is picking that up for me. He is also getting the points. So the points from Melbourne have arrived for the John Deere. So the 41 left, 31 right, and 31 Fert. They are all coming, they've arrived, so they're coming out. And then the ones for Maxi Point will be here on Tuesday. So we'll get those ones and then we'll have a full set, and I'll be much more happy with seeding out where we are now, because Rhiannon is obviously a very rocky, very dodgy spot to be seeding. So yeah, that's where we're at, guys. Hasn't been an easy day, as you could probably imagine, but there you go. That I've walked you through a very major breakdown that we've had. I guess 2 major breakdowns. And yeah, that's how we've that's how I've treated it. That's how we've done it. That's about all I can say. Tomorrow we are going to put a axle onto that new trailer. Now that I'm a bit skeptical about, because we've got that full of liquid. Just thinking about that, we might get Wally. So Wally doesn't start very well, so we're going to have to charge up Wally and get that sorted, and then get Wally down there, and we'll suck the water out from that, put that into there, so that Wally has got all the liquid in that. Because we've got to remove that whole back axle, and it'd be better to do that without weight in it, because the weight is obviously at the back. So we'll get rid of that. So there, we're coming up with a plan right now. So we'll do that tomorrow. So stay tuned for that one. So subscribe so that you can see that. We'll be doing that. That'll be our only job for tomorrow, washing cars, things like that. And then tomorrow's Saturday, so today is the 11th for us. And then the next one after that will obviously be when Earnshaw out here, and we're working on getting that A-frame and the wheels together and chucking it all back underneath, I hope. So subscribe so you can see that. Like it if you've enjoyed the video. Share it to someone that you think will enjoy these breakdowns, and I'll catch you in the next one.